Hey family, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Or if this is your first time here, buckle up because today you're getting the full, uncut, no filter version of the most awkward thing I've ever said at my own dinner table. So let me paint the picture for you real quick. It's a Sunday afternoon, about 3 months after my son and his wife got married. We're all at my house. The food is gone, the sweet tea is flowing, everybody's kicked back in their chairs, phones are down, kids are playing in the backyard, just perfect family vibes. I'm sitting directly across from my brand new daughter-in-law, Kayla, the sweetest human being you'll ever meet in your life. She's laughing at something my wife said, hair in a messy bun, looking happier than anybody has a right to look after eating 3 helpings of my lasagna. I decide this is the perfect moment to be helpful dad. You know, the guy who always has the perfect question. So I lean forward, smile real big, and I go, "Hey, Kayla, real talk. When are you two lovebirds finally going on that honeymoon? Y'all got anything booked yet? Hawaii, Maldives, somewhere fancy?" Dead silence. Like somebody hit the mute button on the entire universe. My son immediately starts fake coughing into his napkin, like he just inhaled a whole chicken bone. My wife's eyes get as big as saucers, and she swings her leg under the table, bam, kicks me so hard in the shin I swear I heard it echo. And Kayla sets her sweet tea down real slow, looks me dead in the eyes with the most innocent, angelic smile you've ever seen, and says, "We're already on it." 10 full seconds of nothing, just pure, awkward, deafening silence. My brain is doing the little Windows loading circle. I'm thinking, already on it, like right now, at my dining room table, in front of the cornbread and Jesus? My son loses it first, full on ugly crying laughing, face turning red, trying to breathe, slapping the table. My wife is staring lasers through my skull like she's already picking out my casket. And Kayla, bless her heart, realizes what just happened in my old boomer brain and starts cracking up. She goes, "No, no, 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 not like that. I mean, every single day feels like a honeymoon to us. We come home to each other, cook terrible dinners together, argue over who left the milk out, fall asleep on the couch watching Netflix. That's our honeymoon. Why do we need to fly somewhere when we're already this happy at home?" And y'all, I had absolutely nothing. My mouth opened, closed, opened again, and all that came out was the weakest, most defeated little, "Oh, that's that's beautiful." Inside my head, I'm screaming at myself, "That's beautiful? That's your comeback? You just got absolutely roasted by a 27-year-old and you said, 'That's beautiful?'" From that day forward, I became Captain Honeymoon in the family group chat. Every time I walk in the house, she goes, "Hey, Captain, checking any honeymoon schedules today?" My son still sends me random beach resort ads just to mess with me. Now, let me explain why this hit me so hard. When I got married back in the 90s, honeymoon was law. 2 weeks minimum, all-inclusive resort, matching bucket hats. Yes, I owned matching bucket hats. Unlimited margaritas, no kids, no cell phones, and definitely no in-laws within a 1,000-mile radius. My wife and I flew to Cancun, took the cheesiest photos in human history, and thought we invented romance. So when my son got married, I'm sitting here waiting for the big announcement. "Dad, we booked Bali. Dad, we're doing a European cruise." Something that involves passports and overpriced drinks with little umbrellas. Instead, I get hit with, "We're already on it." And my entire worldview just crumbled like a stale cookie. Fast forward exactly 2 weeks. I'm out getting the mail, minding my own business, and there's a certified letter with the official HOA seal on it. I'm thinking, great, somebody's mad about my grass again. I open it up and the subject line says, "Formal noise and disturbance complaint, July 14th and July 16th evenings." I start reading and it says multiple neighbors reported excessive laughter, repeated shouting of the phrase, "We're already on it," and what sounded like prolonged celebratory activities coming from my property after 10 p.m. This violates quiet hours, section 7.2 of the covenants. Y'all, the neighbors thought my son and daughter-in-law were getting way too loud because they're literally living in permanent honeymoon mode when they come over for dinner. They heard the phrase flying around that night and just filled in the blanks themselves. I had to go to the actual HOA meeting. Me, a 52-year-old grown man with a mortgage and grandkids on the way, standing in front of Karen, yes, her real name is Karen, and the entire board explaining that my kids are just really, really happy being married and sometimes yell funny jokes inside dinner at family. Karen goes, "Sir, can you please clarify the nature of these celebratory activities?" I'm standing there sweating bullets, trying to find the least weird way to say, it's an inside joke about their marriage being a permanent honeymoon. The entire room lost it. One guy laughed so hard he dropped his 3-ring binder and all his papers went flying. I got off with a written warning, but now every single time the HOA patrol golf cart rolls by my house, one of the guys leans out and yells, "Still on that honeymoon, Captain?" My daughter-in-law thought this was the funniest thing that's ever happened in the history of humanity. She immediately made custom shirts for the entire family that say HOA approved honeymooners on the front and "We're already on it" on the back in big bold letters. We wore them to the neighborhood 4th of July cookout. Karen almost had a stroke when she saw 12 of us walking around in matching shirts. One neighbor came up to me and whispered, "Bro, I heard the whole story. Respect." Here's the thing though. After I got over being mortified for like 48 straight hours, I actually sat down and really thought about what Kayla said. And you know what? She's kind of right. These kids today have lived together for years before marriage. They've already traveled everywhere. They've got student loans taller than my house and house payments that make me want to cry. And honestly, they look happier folding laundry together on a random Tuesday night than I ever looked sipping a pina colada on some beach in Cancun. The honeymoon phase isn't a destination anymore. It's not 2 weeks in paradise. It's a mindset. It's choosing each other every single day. Even when the dog throws up on the carpet and the Wi-Fi is slow and somebody forgot to take out the trash again. I'm 52 years old, and it took one sentence from a 27-year-old plus an official HOA violation to teach me that maybe the real honeymoon was the marriage we made along the way. Now, real quick, y'all absolutely flooded the comments on the short with your own chaos. So I have to read some of these because I refuse to suffer alone. My mother-in-law asked when we're having kids at the reception during the father-daughter dance. My father-in-law handed us a 12-page honeymoon itinerary complete with restaurant reservations. We never asked. I told my dad we spent the honeymoon fund on a puppy. He hasn't spoken to me since 2022. My wife told her parents we're honeymooning at home, and her dad said, "Good, save the money for grandkids." Sir, we got married yesterday. And the HOA stories, oh my lord, got fined $150 because our Christmas lights were too joyful. HOA tried to make us remove our pride flag. We replaced it with a 20-foot version. Neighbor reported us for excessive happiness. Yes, that was the actual wording. Y'all are wild, and I love every single one of you. Final thought. Kayla didn't disrespect tradition. She just showed me that love looks different now. And honestly, that's more than okay. That's beautiful. So whether you're Team Maldives or Team Netflix on the couch in pajamas, enjoy every single day of your honeymoon, wherever it is, even if it accidentally gets you reported to the HOA. If this made you laugh, cringe, or immediately text your in-laws, please never do this. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and drop your most awkward family or HOA story in the comments.